Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Mind, Soul, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather. And together we are working to connect women in leadership and business to build relationships, empower each other, improving the health and wellness of our community, body, mind, and soul, sharing the heart and soul of who we are and what we do.
Today's guest is an incredible friend with a flair for the creative and love of teaching others how to bring out that creative side. She does it all from creating custom gifts to hosting paint and sips at local restaurants and private events. Please welcome back to the table our dear friend, the lovely Deana Haslock.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
So good. So good. It's so good to see you.
Good.
Like, I just want to reach right through this and give you a great big hug.
I know.
Once in a while we get to meet up and actually get to hug. It's so awesome.
It is. We get so excited when we see our guests in public. It's like, oh, it's so nice to see you in person, and we give them a big
Sometimes
hug,
it's the first time
so
we've
great.
met them in person.
Yeah.
Which is a
Well,
cool,
that's fun.
fun thing, right? That's
we
cool
had that
too.
experience recently.
You're like,
where
you're taller than I thought you would be.
Right. Charlie's like, sit up. I'm like, this is as tall as I am.
I was like, make sure you sit tall.
I was
Oh
having
my
some pain, so I was lisping to the side for a week. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I think I need to stretch. I need to do a little more yoga this weekend. And I did. It did. That really helps. But
Deana, we love having you as always.
thanks.
So let's do a brief review of who you are and what it is you do, and then tell us what's going on in your business now and what's on your heart.
Sure. Hi, I'm Deana. I started Craft and Carafe a year ago, actually. I just celebrated 1 year since I had a public class. So yay! Been a little bit longer since I've been doing them at home and, for people at their parties, but my first public class was just 1 year ago. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, we do craft and sips at local venues. I have 5 venues right now in the Marysville, Everett area, and I just picked up a venue in Lake Stevens. So yay, that's going to be really exciting. Meathead Smokehouse and Brew. It's right there in the main heart on Vernon Road. So that's exciting.
that's super exciting.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
And that's really accessible for people coming from Monroe and the foothills there up into Granite Falls, really
Right.
Arlington, more it's close, it's not going over the freeway.
Right. And it's right at 6 o'clock at night. So it's, that perfect time where people just need to take a break. They don't want to deal with the traffic. So you can just come, craft, wait for traffic to die, and then go home.
Oh, I love that too.
Yeah.
I love that too. Yeah. There's been times where my husband works swing shift, and there's been times where his workday's only been 4 hours. Well, if it's only 4 hours, he's getting off work at 5 o'clock, and he works in Kent, which is forever away. It's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And so then he's stuck in traffic between Kent and here, which is Seattle or Bellevue, depending on which way you go. It's just a mess. So
what's the point?
Totally appreciate not having traffic.
It's always better when you can just
having
pull off.
Something to do for an hour or so while you're waiting for traffic to die.
Yep.
So
exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly.
And it's so good for your soul to do something crafty.
It is.
It is.
And with your hands and not on the computer. I'm
and not on the computer.
All the subject matters for the week, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, we've got the public ones. We also do private parties where we come to your house or wherever you're having your event, and you pick the craft and we bring it to you. And it's just been so nice to grow this company for the last year and watch it grow and have it work. So
that's really cool because I'm going to ask you a question here. So I'm hosting a birthday party and I need a craft, but I'm hosting the birthday party and I'm worrying about all these things. You're saying they can call you and you.
That's right.
What do you show up with when you show up like that?
Everything. So you choose your own craft. So it can be one of the ones we have on our website that we've done in the past, or just something. I had a bride call me once and was like, I need this done for my wedding. I just want this itinerary palette done special. Great, no problem. We can make that happen for you. So whatever you want it to do. And then the price depends on the craft. It's usually about $35 to $50 a person. And we come in with the tablecloths, the paintbrushes, all the products you need, all the tools. We even leave with the garbage. So we take everything with us like we weren't even there.
No cleanup.
Craft garbage. I know, and cleanup. And so it's nice. And you get to leave and you have all these great pictures and everyone just sits around and socializes. And it's so much fun. It's been a lot of fun going to these houses, different places. I was down on the beach one time. I went up into the mountains. Someone had property and we literally sat in front of this mountain and painted the mountain. It was really cool. It was really cool. I was like, this is pretty great.
Right, that's an awesome day at work, right?
Oh, darn.
Yeah, I know, hard. So, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it only takes 5 people. And so most people have more than 5 people at their birthday party, and we come and do it all.
So what kind of classes, what kind of crafts do you have coming up at some of these crafting events?
Oh, we've got some fun ones coming up. Let's see, what do we have? I've got, coasters coming up where we're doing these really great coasters. They look like tie-dye coasters and they're set on tile. We've got these, I can show you one. These really neat glasses.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they come with, there's a carafe and a set of 2 glasses.
Right. So it's a wine glass and then you've got polka dots all over it.
All over it. And they're dishwasher safe.
Dishwasher safe. We
That's
were just
the
talking
way.
about like, we can't paint on the glass because people need to be able to drink out of it.
Right. And I never use these mugs.
Literally
I
just
did at the
talking
pottery
about
nuts because they're not dishwasher safe, right?
Oh,
So-
that's a big deal for me. I don't hand wash if I got given something and it's not dishwasher safe, it's probably going to get ruined. I have teenage kids.
Yeah.
They're going to ruin it. They don't even mean to. And I don't like hand washing either.
Right.
So not only can you learn to make this, but it's like usable.
Yes.
Like you can
And it's
actually
usable.
Actually drink out of it and put it in the dishwasher. And
so that one is 2 glasses and a carafe.
Yep. And you can
Okay, so
choose
it's like a little
stemless or
matching
with
set.
stem.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
so cute for the summertime with lemonade or
I like that you have
mimosas.
the stemless option because I'm notorious for breaking the wine glass stem off my glass.
Yeah, I
Me
don't
too.
use wine glasses with stems either.
I love that.
And okay, so you've got that one.
We've got,
And-
let's see, we have glass etching coming up where it's the big glass pitcher and 2 pints that go with it. And we're going to custom etch it and add some color to the etching. So that's a lot of fun. We've got birdhouses. That one's almost sold out. So that one I'm having at 2 different venues. One of them is a 21 and up venue and the other one is all ages.
Right.
So-
So the 21 and up venue, do you have some of the more adult themed, like funny, haha? Like
A lot of the times, yeah.
decals and stuff?
They're doing birdhouses, just like birdhouses. It's pretty
I
exciting
know,
this
that's so
time.
cute.
We also have doormats coming up. That one's pretty punny, and that one's a 21 and up. The doormats are really funny. They crack me up.
Right.
You know, one of my newest ones just says, "Shut the front door."
Yes.
Yes.
I say that all the time. Shut the
Me
front
too.
door. That's perfect.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Gosh, I've got so many coming up. Summer porch signs. We did some St. Patrick's Day ones and spring ones, but now we're going to have one that has summer on one side and then come back the next month and you get to design 4th of July on the other side. So you've got a reversible board because it's nice to decorate for 4th of July, but how long do you do that for?
I like that it's reversible. So you kind of like reset up the space and they'll like
Yeah, you just
whip it around and bam, we're done.
You can always
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah. And then there's going to be some fun Father's Day stuff coming up too. We've got barbecue caddies and like custom platters, like barbecue platters and things like that for Father's Day.
Oh, that would be really cool. Like daddy, daughter, father, son kind of activity too for them to do together.
It would. Yeah, we have a lot of moms that bring their kids and they have a lot of fun. And I'm telling you, these kids, they get so excited. They don't even know what the next craft is. They're like, are we coming next month? I'm like, do you want to know what it is?
They don't even care. They're
They don't
just,
even care.
it's
They're
so
just
fun
having
that they're just like, yes.
Their imaginations just get me. I had this one little boy, because we're doing birdhouses, and his sister had come and made something, and she goes back and she goes, I'm going to go ahead and do birdhouses. And he's like, well, I want to do a birdhouse. And she goes, look, mine's a triplex. So it looks like it has little 3 houses on it. And he goes, oh, well, I'll need mine to be a rocket ship, pirate ship house. And I'm like, what? A rocket ship, pirate ship house.
Okay.
So I looked into it. I found a pirate ship birdhouse. And so yeah, just a small little upgrade. I was like, I can do this for your son. And she's like, you are kidding me. And so now we've got a pirate ship birdhouse coming.
I'm gonna cry.
Crazy.
That's so awesome.
Cute.
So not only can they come and use their imagination, but you're like taking their imagination and making it so it can come to life for them. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Just
Almost
opening-
everything I do custom orders for. Very few of the crafts that I do that can't be customized. So
you
very
don't
few.
have to have a cookie cutter craft.
No.
So like when you
No.
come to your crafts well, and I think that part we haven't really addressed is that you can also order them from you, correct? Right. So we can order a kit, and if we're not feeling crafty, we can order something completed, correct?
Completed. Exactly.
A
Yep.
whole meal deal here.
Be like, I really like that craft, but I do not trust my own artistic ability.
Not
We're
for
gonna
me.
leave it to Dina. It's fine. She'll handle it.
One of our networking friends is like, yeah, I go, but the teacher always finishes my thing for me.
And we laugh
does.
because we know who
She
the
does.
teacher is.
We're like,
I
that's
know.
so awesome.
And I have a few people that they're just like, can you just finish this for me and bring it back? Because the point is sometimes it's just a little overwhelming. You thought you wanted to try a craft, you thought you're going to be good at it, but that's really the point of going to craft class. You've got someone there that's done it, that can help you hands-on and guide you through it, or completely help you. Like, I don't want anybody to ever leave and be like, this is horrible, I'm just going to go throw it in my donation box. Like, that's not how it should ever be, and so it's just, I make it really easy. Pretty much, I mean, all the crafts are just so easy. I'm going to get you to it one very soon.
Yeah.
Yes,
we
it's
will,
happening.
definitely.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Happening.
It's like evenings are like the hardest time for us
So
as
hard.
moms.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
our
especially,
kids are
you
like,
know,
that's their
As
time.
a single mom,
It is.
I am a 90% of the time
Single mom.
parent.
Yeah,
you
like,
know,
working the
my husband
hours,
works swing
yeah.
shifts, so it's like he's home when we're sleeping, and that does.
Yep. Well, and that too, we also do, if you're interested,
Mhm.
take home kits. So you can see the craft and you're like, oh, I can't go, but I think I could do that at home with some instruction.
Mhm.
And so get the kit with all the paint and the paintbrushes and stuff.
Mhm.
And
That's kind of how we did our gnomes that are up on our shelf. Like,
yeah,
we just watched a YouTube video and did it together.
oh,
All
that's fun.
together, like,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
we had a friend over and we just kind of all got at the table, all got our paint palettes, got all the supplies out, watched the video together.
That's
So we kind
fun.
of recreated kind of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think that the idea of gathering and doing
Gathering.
the craft is so important.
And it's so fun because we're
It
inspired
is.
by each other.
Yeah,
as we
and
go.
creating that creative energy, like
Yep.
it's and just getting your hands on trying some of these techniques, like you said, like, this one's not my cup of tea, and anytime
Right.
you start something, you're not good at it. Like, there's that
You're
growth
not.
process.
Right.
You're not.
Yeah.
And it's nice, to be able to go to a class or do something like that and not have to, like the gnomes, it wasn't a big investment, but if you didn't have, you're like, I really think maybe I want to try a cricket or something like that you don't have, and you're like, I'm gonna just try it out. Well, it'd be so nice to be able to just go try it out before you went and spent all this money on it, got all the supplies, did everything, and then you just decided, I don't like it. It's not for me.
Well, and I
Right.
like too now that you're growing with your people and you're stepping into what they need. So I think that's a great
Yes.
time to talk about crickets because
Yeah.
we have available to us, and I have had available, like, to me in my world, the crickets, and they're scary
Yes.
to me. Like this
Yeah.
little thing is gonna cut stuff out and then it's gonna like go on a shirt, or
It's
I can do a
intimidating.
crafty thing. What is happening? So like,
They're amazing.
so
They're amazing. And
you have
yeah,
the
so I started
answer to
teaching.
this issue. Yeah. What?
yeah. And it was just, I had a few of my students in class that were like, hey, did you do this on a Cricut? And, my classes, the point of them are not to have some big secret of, you have to come to class to do this. Like, I'm telling people exactly what product I'm using. You can do this on your own at home, or here, come do it with us, which is why my craft changes every month. So you can learn new things every time you come back. But so they're like, but what if I wanted to do something different at home and you weren't doing it? Can you teach me how to use a Cricut? And I was like, oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. And so I started just teaching people, having them come over to my house, going to their house, doing live chats. I actually helped my sister in Florida do her Christmas baskets. And it's been really a lot of fun because these people are so rewarded. Now they can go home and create their own thing. Maybe they just want to hang out and do some crafts at home, or
because you empowered them and you gave them
and it's once you get over that little hump, it's like the first time you take the training wheels off a bike, you're like, I can't ride this bike without the training wheels. No way, I need my training wheels. But you don't. Once you get going, you're like, I can go so much faster without these training wheels. I got this. And then once you're not afraid of the machine, you start learning more and more and more things, which is great. It's what I want to see. I don't want them to leave class, but that's what I want to see.
Well, and you don't want to leave the class because you're building community too. So then, like you said, you're meeting your girlfriend once a month to do this, hang out and do this craft, or you're meeting, maybe the cousins get together and go to, the moms take the kids so the cousins can do a craft together. Once a month you're doing these things that are family oriented, that you don't have to do the mess. You don't have to know how to do it. You just have to show up, and you get to be part of the community.
And you get to leave with it. And a lot of people use it as gifts. Like, it's been a lot of fun to be like, they're sitting there. I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. They're like, that's from my grandma. And like, this is from my dad. And I was like, oh, that's so beautiful.
I mean, if you went like once a month throughout the year,
you'd have Christmas done.
You'd have I'm like, think about it, like, and handmade, like, that to me is the best Christmas present ever. Like, I love stuff that's handmade.
Me too.
I mean, if it's a monetary thing, I will probably go buy it myself, right? Like, if I really wanted it, right? Like, there's very few things that you could just surprise, big,
I have this secret desire to hand make all the gifts for my family for Christmas.
I can help you with that.
Oh my gosh, we
I know you can.
That.
It's really.
I was so busy this last Christmas. I advertised custom crafts, and actually, surprisingly, Valentine's Day I was even busier, because I feel like Valentine's Day, it's that one special person. You want something really super special.
Yeah, and unique.
Craziest things. Oh yeah, I mean, things I would have never even thought of to come up with. It was really neat to see these different designs, and I never got to post them or anything because they were all going to be gifts. So then it was past Valentine's Day.
So you can use them next year, right? Like, I got Valentine content for next year.
Yeah, exactly.
How cool is that you're talking about what you're doing next year, and this is something you created?
It is pretty neat. It's been a lot of fun watching this grow. I can't even tell you, like, at first I was like, oh, it's okay. It'll be fun to get my friends out of the house. COVID was so awful. Like, everybody just needs to get together. And my friends were like, well, we'll pay you for the supplies. I'm like, sure, great. Thank you.
Right. So, that's great.
It just kept going. And they're like, other people would pay for this. I'm like, people wouldn't pay for this. Well, it turns out people do want to get out. They do want to go do stuff. They stopped being so afraid of COVID, which was really it. And they were like, I'm done being cooped up in this house. I don't want to be here anymore. I work remote all the time. It's only me, myself, and I.
So what was the switch for you from it going to a hobby you did with your friends and them planting the seed for you that you could potentially make money at this, to you going, okay, I'm doing this. This is my thing.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I think it was, I'd done a couple classes, and then I was looking for a way to better track what was coming to me. And at my previous job, I'd done some website building type stuff. So I was like, I'll just make a website and I'll just put some pictures on there. And, because Facebook likes to block you. They like to be like, oh, you're in Facebook jail. And I was like, I don't want to get in Facebook jail and have people not be able to see what's happening. And so I just built it. And then all of a sudden, I didn't even actually realize it was happening, but I saw the graph from my website and I was like, what in the heck? I make I made money? No, and I was like, I don't even know that person. Who is that person? And I'd like Google them, and I'm trying to see if I knew them. I'm like, I don't even know that person. How'd that happen? And it turned out it was like a friend of a friend of a friend's friend that they were like, oh, you can sign up here. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then, it was quickly went from 1 to 2, and then quickly jumped to 3 venues. And then when venue 4 and 5 sought me out, I was like, wow.
Oh, I just
really?
got goosebumps.
Right.
Yeah.
Venues,
so it's just
venues 4 and 5.
4 and
sought
5.
You out.
Yeah.
Ah!
I know. It was pretty exciting.
Like the corner, right? Like that's the corner turn. Like, ooh, they like this so much that the community is reaching out to you to do this.
Yes.
How
Yes.
cool is that?
And it's fun, and they're filling up, because it's really important to me to be able to give that hands-on experience. So my classes, depending on the project, I don't ever have more than 15, maybe 20 if it's a really easy project in the class, because I want to be able to do everybody, give them that experience they need. If they need a little more extra help, I don't want them to feel bad that they need my time. And
if everyone in the class cannot thread the needle, you need to be able to help them, right? Like
that's right. Every
step of the way.
Yeah, like
And
every step of the way.
I love that.
Yeah, and so it's nice. I cap it, and so they sell out. But if it's popular enough, I'll do that class again at a different venue. But it's just important for me to have that hands-on with them. So it's kind of exciting to see your classes are selling out. And I was like, wow, this is really working. Okay, universe, bring it on. And then the universe was like, okay.
Right? The universe heard you. You put it out there and you're like, okay, I'm open to this. And then it happens. And we feel like a lot like that's
we're like
the magic
right on
of
your,
what's going on.
We're right on your tails there with
that.
People are coming to us to be on our podcast now, and
you're keeping yourself open to it, and that's what's so important. Like if you even once go, this is too much, it's a
the universe hears that. You hear that in your head.
You do, and it gets you down. Yeah. I have a friend that every time I'm like, oh, this is too much, he goes, well, I mean, you're the one who wants to be a millionaire. You can quit anytime you want to. And I'm like, fine.
Rude. Fine. Stop calling me out.
I know. Fine, I'll go back to it. But yeah, so I cleaned out my whole guest bedroom. So now I'm no longer sitting in just this little corner of a room trying to craft everything. Now I've got this whole
Have you moved out of the dining room?
I moved out of the dining room.
Do you have a dining room table again?
I've taken over the guest room, and usually still the dining room.
Yeah. Well, assembly line.
Sometimes you need to be out where the other people are while you're crafting. I get that.
That's
right.
What does this
creative
say?
Energy?
I want to be where the people are.
We all grew up on Disney. So Deana, we always love having you. You're one of our dear friends. And we truly appreciate you, and watching you grow is truly inspiring. Just since the first time you were a guest on the podcast, since the first time we met, you have grown so much. And
as have you.
She met.
As have you guys.
I've known Deana for years, and I've seen like her passion come out of her, and this is definitely watching your passion grow, like a lotus flower opening up, like you're just blooming, like it's so pretty, like it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. It's been quite rewarding. There's a lot of work that you put into starting a company and everything, as anybody knows, but it's so self-rewarding to look back and go, I did that.
Yes,
I did that. So
and you can't eat, and I love that you've been open to how it unfolds, like you're growing, and you're not closed off to what doors are opening in this area, so that you're helping more people, and you're able to do things virtually, and you do things in person, and you're still creating community all while you're doing it. It's just lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely. And we love watching you grow and seeing your things just show up in the community unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly.
Finding
it's funny,
your
we find you, we're like, Deana made that. Oh yeah, she had to have been the one that made that. That's so rad. We love
I did.
see it. It's so fun, and I love seeing what people come, the joy that everyone has. You can tell, like, it's spreading, and the joy is moving out into the community every time you do one of these classes. You just
We appreciate
Thank you so much. I
and
appreciate
all
you guys having me on. I really love coming
my
on.
gosh. And we could talk all day.
Yeah, we could.
But
So we are going to say thank you to the audience.
thank you guys.
And I want to say that you have the best husband. He is reminding us
Oh,
all that dads
do.
love new barbecue stuff. So,
Yes.
so this is a
Yes.
great activity coming up. So watch for those. I'm sure there's Mother's Day classes coming too. Like,
Check
it's
out
there
Dina's
is.
links
all
in the
the
comments.
things, all the links, and we are
Perfect.
trying to get them all on our community calendar too, on our website at
perfect.
www.womeninleadership.bsmb.com. Down at the bottom of the page, you can catch the latest episode of the podcast, and you can see what's happening in the community and where you might see us at.
Right. We're super excited. We have so many exciting things going on. Thank you for being part of our journey. Make sure you check out the Boogie Bin information for our cause of the quarter. Help out our furry friends, and we love you all. We'll see you next time.
Namaste.